Well, g'day, Sean. Thanks for getting on this call with me. I want to take this opportunity to dispel some misunderstandings that people have out in the community regarding Keller Williams Realty Spokane. And in the interest of transparency, let's share some of the truths about some of these misunderstandings. So, the first misunderstanding that is out there is that Keller Williams Realty is too expensive. What would be the truth there?
Yeah, again, when we look at the cost of doing business, and some people usually they're referencing a cap, right? What's your cap structure? And they're saying the cap structure is too expensive. Usually, if they're saying that, it's because they're not getting the value that they're anticipating or desiring, and so the cost is so much higher than the value that they're receiving. So when you come to KW, right, we are just intimately, my team and myself are heavily focused every single week. We're figuring out how can we deliver more value, more opportunity for our agents to grow, to thrive, to become all that they can become as business owners and as real estate agents. So we're constantly raising the bar of value. And we consider that, of course, our mission and our obligation, our responsibility and our duty. And so as we do that, whatever that cost is, the cost can continue to increase as long as your value continues to stay ahead of whatever that cost is. And so we value that all the time. We think about that all the time. What is the value that we deliver based off of the whatever perceived costs that there are of being involved in business? That's one way I look at it. The other way I look at it is if you're getting great value. I think of a guy like Gary Keller, who's a billionaire. If I had the chance to spend an hour a month with Gary just talking about my business, I'd pay easily $50,000 a year. I'd pay with a billionaire, with my shot at hitting a billion, I'd pay a lot of money every single month to spend time one on one with a billionaire. And so when you look at the value that you get for the price that you pay, that's the way you have to look at your cap structure.
Well, and if you look at traditional real estate companies that are part of a franchise system, which we are, they
Mhm.
tend to charge a franchise fee on every commission dollar earned. And of course, at Keller Williams, it's different, right? We do charge a 6% franchise fee, but that franchise fee caps just like we cap company dollar. So what's the economics with Keller Williams?
So our cap structure, the way that actually rolls out in reality, we have a $14,000 cap for agents coming on board, and then a $3,000 royalty fee, which is capped at $3,000. So anything above and beyond that, as you're building your business and as you're moving product units on both sides, all of that money after that cap goes into your pocket. So that's really what we have, that cap structure. That just means that you're going to pay up to $14,000, up to $3,000, no more after that per year.
Yeah, and one of the myth understandings out there is that a lot of people recommend that you go to Keller Williams to learn how to sell real estate, and then when you learn it, you should come to our company because we're a better deal. But the reality is, you and I have looked at this, and the more production you do, the better economically it is for you at
Yeah,
Keller Williams
really.
than it is at any other company, right? We are
Yeah.
very, very competitive.
Yeah, we're even more attractive as you do more volume, of course, because you're keeping more of your own money. The other piece on that is, it's easy when you have someone who an organization that is as good as they are at training and developing entrepreneurs, which is what we really focus on. It's easy to say, "Go there, get trained, then come back to me after you're trained up." I get that. I get why someone would say that, but again, I look at that as a feather in our cap more than anything. They're exactly correct. This is where you wanna be. If you wanna make money, if you wanna learn how to think like a millionaire real estate agent or whatever it is your goals are, this is definitely the place where you wanna be. Because not only will we help you on the thinking side, but we help you on the execution side as well.
Absolutely. Again, our industry has done us a huge disservice, right? The industry has treated us as salespeople and not as business owners. And how I know that, Sean, is that the industry celebrates production and volume. It
Mhm,
does not
mhm.
celebrate profit. And we are very focused on profitability of our agents. In fact, it's one of the key pieces, right? Wealth building is a big part of what we do here.
Yes, very much so. I get excited about this one, Bruce, because you and I are working so well together. I come from a sales background as well as a business background, and so sales and marketing is in my DNA. It's just something that I really enjoy doing. And when you couple that with the years of experience that you've had also, not just in sales, but also in building a business, you put those two pieces together and it is just a dynamic powerhouse. And I think that's why more and more people are coming back to Keller Williams now as we're launching now into our 26th year here. But I also think that's what's attracting a lot of people that are just saying, you know what, we want a balanced approach to real estate. I don't just want to learn how to sell. I don't want to learn just how to market, but I also want to learn how to build a business that once I desire to retire or whatever my exit strategy is, I can continue to get paid for the work that I've done for years. And so it just makes sense. That's, I think, a big part. I hear that a lot as I'm meeting with agents all across Spokane and in the area that we're in right now. That's a big part of the things that are definitely attracting people back and to us here at Keller Williams for sure.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and join us as we continue to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living.